Happy Easter. For those of you who are just waking up. Am I live? Yes, I am. Okay. Let's go for it now. Happy Easter. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. Hopefully you guys get lots of eggies. I have changed this ship up a little bit in terms of materials. Now, before we had the Scifi panels, but because this is actually going to be a hero ship, we need to focus on, the close-up details. So now we've put in a procedural texture over the top, as well as manually cutting out the panels. I think that way it'll actually look a lot nicer. On the inside, for those of you who are following me on Instagram, there is a link down below. Let's jump in and I'll quickly show you. So, been playing around with creating decals. Now, we created tutorials a little bit last week before, on how to bake your own maps and such. And so this is where we're up to. Taking my watch off because it's sweaty and it's got sand on it. And so kind of trying to bring up this space to be bigger and better, look nicer. And I think these decals look delish. This decal here is from a set that we made yonks ago. Could be a little bit better. But it's okay. I think we can get away with it. From here, should be right. And then we can actually see kind of like... I stuffed up there. Why? What did I do? Mirror modifier. Yep, there we go. Let's go back into there. There we go. Putting on those decals just looks so much better. Vertex Bird, Dennis, Mr. Spooky, Leo is here. The rowdy crew, as per usual. But I'm happy how this is looking. I'm happy how it's combining, which is the most important thing. What will probably be today is working on the cockpit here. Happy Easter. Thank you, Terry. Let me just kind of go from here. From last week where we were finishing off, we were modeling the interior out. So this is all kind of like blocked out and then we can build around it. And so that's today's goal. The usual suspects. Yes. Thank you. You knew what I was saying. The usual suspects. What on earth is that? Anyway. So, need to create this kind of like the cockpit in here. So I'm just going to hide. Let's just hide some of the stuff so we can start seeing a little bit better what we're going to work with. I like... Oh, my daughter's still up. Oh my goodness. Ah, hello, Green Monster Cast. Jeez. Anyway. Now I've lost my train of thought. So, now it's kind of like aligning how these seats are actually going to sit, because we have to remember we're not creating a game. We're not just kind of like building an asset. We're actually going to be filming on the inside. So, need to bring this back. Terry and I were having a conversation on Discord the other night. I just don't like the fact that this person's view is cut off, but I mean, they've got a view this way and this person's got a view that way. So I think it's okay. Watching and commenting on my video last week. No worries. I mean, it looks great. Botaniq. Hi. Renento. Welcome from Brazil. Jeez. Raybuster 3D. What a name. So now theoretically we've got more space to throw that camera in. Need to create a door in here just to shut off the back of the ship, and that means we can hopefully increase render time, decrease render times, so everything kind of like renders faster. I do want to do this in Unreal Engine though, so that might not be a problem, but we will have a look at that a little bit later as we move forward. Now it's just more how we're going to connect the controllers and so on and so on. From France, Le Francesco. Welcome. What's the time over there? It's 10. Be about lunchtime. Okay. Let's now hook this up. I was having to think about this driving from the coast. Do we connect everything to the seat? Or is this a stationary thing and the seat kind of like rotates into position? I want a table in the middle to put my beer on. Well, and that's the thing. Do we have it kind of like coming out through there? Why not add a smaller window behind the main window? Kind of can't be stuffed. I don't know. Then we've got, like, if we were to bring all the seats all the way back, then we've got this massive open area. So that's why I'm thinking, I think this looks great. If anything, what I would ultimately like to have where it's super close. Oh, no, I think, gosh, go back. There you are. I think this is a good position. 2 p.m. Nice. I mean, look, at the end of the day, we could probably set up some cameras or something. Don't need a table, just a cup holders. A couple of cup holders, yes. And I think we'll add them. Let's just block this out. So Shift S, Curse World Origin. We're going to throw in a cube. And I am thinking that this will be connected to like back here. Use 4K. Yes, I use a 4K screen, if that's what we're referring to. Oh my goodness. GZ. And so bring this down. Come on. And then from here we can make that nice and smaller. Something like this. And that'll hold that. I mean, we're just blocking. Okay, don't shoot me. What's the space in the middle for? Pets. For them to get in, might be something. But yeah, maybe we might put in a center console in here or something. Because I mean, you're not going to have people sitting right next to each other. I mean, especially if we look at the C2 in Star Citizen, there is that center console that runs through it. Technically, we could maybe even do something like that. Now that you mention it, I probably could bring him in a bit more. Don't you think that's weird? Is that weird to have people so close? I mean, it would make more sense for this camera angle. Then we've got that, and then we've got that. Maybe a happy medium. Something like that. The chair needs to now fully swivel around, and I think we'll be okay. I am liking the idea of having a bit of minimalistic style, especially through here, and where we've got just a nice big window. Okay, yeah. Let's go with moving them a little bit closer. There we go. There's a free flight going on to the 28th, by the way. What? Don't want them too close. They might use jeez. Oh my goodness. All right. Okay. I think let's go delete vertices. Let's grab this. I'm going to press F. E to extrude. And then what happens if we did this? Add modifier, generate, and do a mirror modifier. We'll put that one over there. Obviously, fancy it up a bit. You don't have to model... There are holographics. Yeah. But still, these need to be... The joysticks need to be connected to something. See, my first thoughts are they're going to be banging their knees on the joysticks every time they kind of like rotate in. So maybe what we can do is have the seats slide in. That actually might work. Maybe we do slide in. How do we feel about that? Okay, so I'm going to grab... No. Not you. You. Control L. P. Separate our selection. And then we have... each... I mean, that'll work. Wii controls. Or another professional. I like the fact that you said professional one. I will take that. So this is kind of like the hero ship for the animated web series. So this is what the 6 episodes are mainly going to be a part of. And so that's why, we're really putting a lot of details in this. But as we move forward into getting some of the other ships, we're not going to worry about that as much. So that's why we're putting in a lot of effort for this one, and then it'll be good. Should make our life easier. So let's go with that. Okay, let's clean this up now. So I'm going to grab these faces. Control I to invert, and we're going to go delete faces. Let's add in a solidify modifier. Perfect. And we want even thickness. Let's go delete that edge loop. GG. And then we'll do a Control B. I mean, I like it. Control B. That's not bad. Great, sorry. If the console with joysticks is attached to the chair, as the chair slides back, rotates out 90 degrees. If the console with the joystick is attached to the chair, no, so I don't want them to be attached to the chair. So that's what I was thinking. That all this now gets connected, and that's kind of like a stationary fixture, and then everything kind of like slides in. And it's just the chair that moves in. Let's clear some of this stuff out. Exterior. Hide. Perfect. Okay, so let's now go ahead and I'm going to select that. Let's go Shift S. Nope, right click, clear sharps, just because the blue lines are annoying. And then we want to hide some of this stuff. Can we cheat it? Delete edge loops. Jesus. Oops. Proportional editing is on. Let's do that. Grab this. Control C. Control V. There we go. So that's now flat. Can we grab this? Okay, this is what I was worried about. Just a chair. Why would you want to place... I did think you were saying chair. Game animation. Animation. Maybe use reference image content. I did scratches recently and lined, but it gave me direction. Yeah, I have been mulling it over on this. Kind of, yeah, the C2 is the big inspiration because we need 2 people. This is not a single ship cockpit. In the original, how it originally has set up, it was 3, but we're only going with 2 people because it's a lot less animating. Okay, we'll do that. Delete edge loops. And then let's go ahead and clean this up now. So we're going to put edge loop through here. And then another edge loop here. There we go. And you can go there. That gives us that. So let's move this back. Bring it down. Ah, that's why. Scale Z0. Shifting Z. What does that look like? And then we bring it forward. And then it's like a bit of a sandwich. Delete faces. And then we go F. Okay. Just lining this up. That looks great. Let's just kind of close this up. Whoops, okay, let's move this out a little bit. I mean, I like this actually. This is looking great. Let's go with that. Go with here, Control B. Go suck a lemon. Merge by distance. Grab that and that. Control, Shift N. Control B. What the heck? Shift N. Control B. There we go. That's nice. What will you do for textures and stuff after? No. So now, I will texture all this. I'll probably dump it into Substance Painter because this is a small part. Not a big fan of the chair. Might redo that one. This, because this will be across the hero stuff, I will put a little bit more effort into the texturing, but everything I create, I have to look at exporting it over to Unreal Engine because that's where the bulk of, well, that's where I'm going to probably be rendering in. Let's go Control B. I like that. Let's go generate. Let's do a bevel. Point 0.005. Shade smooth. Go suck a lemon. Increase that. Nope. I think that looks great. I actually really like that. That's looking good. That's looking good. That kind of works well there. Let's just go into rendered view. What is this material? Is it plastic? Yeah, let's go plastic gray. That molds together. I think as well, definitely we'll be baking this texture out. U, Control B. Let's see if we can just match that curve ever so slightly. Get her. Welcome. Well, 3, someone always ends up getting hurt. Oh, jeez. Your movie will be rendered with... yes, that is the intention. And so that's why, yeah, most of the material is very simple. The outside of the ship... 1 minute 10. And that's why most of the ship, if we kind of start bringing it back, is a very simple material setup. So if we go into shading, this one has... the exterior has an ambient occlusion, which I'm not too keen on, but the internal materials is just the alpha map going straight into the roughness, and then it's a color. It's a bit of a mix. And this is quite simple, something quite simple to do in Unreal Engine, so that's why we're going like that. Where if we were to look at some of the previous ones, previous renders, nope, that's today's render. If we were to open up give it a sec. Windows is having a heart attack. And I'll show you what it previously looked like. Sure, go blue. Oh my goodness. Just thinking Blender 4.3. You can do it. You go away. Close program. Get stuffed. Here we go. I just want to quickly show what it looked like previously. So this is the previous material. I do like the fact that it's got nice, like, grunge coming off it, and I might maybe incorporate that a little bit later. The intention was to actually have a decal with the grunge, and we did a video on that. Once again, everything's coming back to the C2 on how on the wings and around the intakes, there was a... just a simple leak material. I was wondering if there was any chance you would do a biome for Geoscatter 5. I have thought about that. And there is plenty of buildings that I have. I'll think about it. Because I need to make another set, but that's another story. So this is my spaceship material that I normally use for like larger assets. But once again, because we're talking about this being the hero ship, I think details would be more important. So here we don't even have any panels. Where if we come over to this version, you can see how I've started splitting it up and so on and so forth. What I will do on this one as well, start adding rivets through here, just to give it that extra bit of detail. Now I'm not doing them with decals because of the ambient occlusion. I can't work out a way on adding ambient occlusion with decals, because you kind of get this, the ambient occlusion underneath it. So that is a little bit annoying, but we will work that out soon enough. That's the hero one. Go away. There we go. So we come back. What were we talking about? I don't know. Back to the cockpit. Let me bring that back. Exterior, go away. Interior, go away. H to hide, H to hide. And so that's looking great. Cycles review, Unreal Engine. At the moment, this is in cycles. I thought about when I saw Geoscatter's part. Is that Humble Bundle? Is that the next one? No, I don't want to log in right now. Is there another one? Are you telling me there's another one? No. All right. Okay, so I'm liking this. The problem is this material doesn't suit this material, which is fine. Let's go ahead and go remove unused slots. What's the spaceship material? Select. Select. Wow, that one little bit. Let's just remove that material. And so, yeah, I'm going to come back and redo these chairs because this red and all that kind of stuff, I don't really like the base too much, but that can come back. This here, how are we going to join that to the rest of the ship? Alt-H, Alt-H. Is that too thick? I don't think so. Terry, can you send me a link to it? I'm always down for buying add-ons. Last one, I make a bunch of procedural animated dummy textures for community monitors. That's interesting. That is interesting because I did make a data center for a monitoring center for a separate project, and I just use AI to generate a whole bunch of the screens. Just dump that on there. I look through it, but I have 90% of the add-ons already. Okay. Yes. Now, how are we going to join this is the next question. What does joining it look like? Do we have it? Actually, what? I think first we should connect these down here. So let's go like this. Do it like this, plane, scale, and because I have face snapping, face project, line, yes. So if I go G and hop, what? Oh, idiot. Oh, wait. P separate by selected. Scale that down. And then we go G. Move that into there-ish. Delete. Shift A, mesh plane. Scale. G, hold control. There we go. So that's now sitting directly on that. Let's go E to extrude. Rotate ZZ. Okay, I'm making my life difficult. Let's do something like that. And then we go E to extrude, E to extrude on the y-axis, and then we've got that. Hey, Gaming in the Can. Make sure to go check out Gaming in the Can. I hear they're a really good channel. Isn't that right? If you want to see videos around Rocket League and a certain person demoing, go check out that. Oh, gosh. I know, tell me true. But we're sticking with this for now. I'm okay with this. I think that looks great. I think this here needs to expand out. Zinger burgers or nothing. Oh, actually, let's have a poll. We are having a disagreement. Start a poll. KFC burger. I think I spelled that wrong. You know? Zinger. Start a poll. I personally think original burger all the way from KFC. But my dear friends are completely against me. So I put this question to you. Okay, I like... Select that. O for proportional editing. See if we can line it up in the middle. Ooh. Is that too much? But it doesn't suit this. I think maybe what we could do to make it suit a little bit more, if we were to grab this edge loop here. Oops, GG. GG. O. I think I got to move these controls. I don't think the controls work as well as I hope. So let's clear these out. Original, 60%. This pole is broken. I don't think so. I don't think so. The people have spoken. And so I'm going to rotate this around a little bit. And the reason why it's there is because it's still within hand's reach. Maybe even move it down a little bit. Whoa. Make it look a little bit natural. Let's go P separate by selection. And then from here, we're going to go here, select this screen and this screen, Shift S, cursor to selected. That should be our center point. It's looking pretty center-ish. Right click, set origin to 3D cursor. Then we'll apply the mirror modifier. Bring it here. There we go, perfect. Because then under here we've got plenty of space. I demand a recount. 50%. Oh! Only 6 votes. Come on, people. Popeye's steps on KFC. We don't have Popeye. In Australia, the Zinger burgers are elite. I don't think so. Bastrix down is here. Welcome to the stream. I'm going to get told off my wife now. KFC ain't for burgers. Fried chicken, baby. Yeah, but you are from Kentucky. Kentucky? No. Yes. You're from the birthplace. P, separate by selected. And let's go like that. Okay, this is bugging me. Put an edge loop through here. And then we can grab this edge, scale on the X. That'll give us that. Shade smooth. And I am okay with that. And then later on, if I have to, once we bring our characters in, we can adjust it, move it backwards and forths. Let's just go with that for now. I might put an edge loop through here. Bring that down. Yep, I'm okay with that. This is still not connected anywhere. That there, we will move back. Get rid of that corner. Perfect. From the outside, how are we looking? I think that's a really nice looking console there. Beautiful. So 50-50. I'm going to leave it at 50-50. There we go. So we proved nothing. Got to join this to the ground. And I'm thinking, I did like the idea that we had earlier. No, mate, here. You and you. Let's bring that down. I don't like this. Oh, jeez. Let's scale this. Scale Z0. Select these two. Scale Z0. Control L. Good news. Got a PB on my parkrun. That is all. GG. See if we can line that up a little bit better. Oh no. In Blender like 2.8, we used to be able to go right click. Oh, there it goes from view. Oh my. What the? How bizarre. Maybe not from view. Cursor? What the? Oh my goodness, I hate you so much. Okay, go plan B. Let's do E to extrude. Oops, let's go global. And then we will rotate this around. That's and then E to, I wasn't trying to do that, but sure. That actually might work. And then I have to put in cup holders, as everyone has suggested. Control B. I always thought it was kind of weird that 2.8 was not Blender 3. Yes, I completely agree, because that's when Eevee came in. I do need to sit down and have a look at Pricey's course on how to render with Eevee. I know about using light probes. Light probes? No, it's not the right word. What the heck is that? Let's go delete vertices. Okay, now I gotta clean up this mess now. What the hickabotham have you done, Marco? Delete vertices. Control LP, sacrifice selection. Yeah, Pricey's got a bit of a tutorial series on yeah, how to render an Eevee. Did have a quick squiz. Looked a little bit interesting. When I say Pricey, I'm talking about Blender Guru, who one day I will hopefully meet. Calling Pricey to his face. Well, actually, no. I probably won't now, because he's in Los Angeles. Why is this weird? GG. GG. Oh, jeez. Select all. Merge by distance. GG. Alt H. Was in my playlist too? Yeah. What is everyone working on? Like, here's a question. What does everyone use Blender for? Like, why do you guys use Blender? For me, obviously, animation. And I do 3D printing. Let's see. Do I have the video on here? Easter Bunny. There it is. This is something 3D printed. I made a bin. How cool is that? A little bit thick. I did it 1.6 mil. Probably could have gotten away with 1.2. But yeah. 3D printing game assets. Are you Australian, New Zealand? How dare you call me New Zealand? I'm guessing since you talk about Blender Guru. Yeah, from Australia. Australia, mate. To make everything. Yeah. I really like this. I don't like this. Hang on. Let's fix that up. Let's bring you back. Back to about here-ish. And that hides in there quite well. Just going to throw on a little bit of a bevel. A little bit too much. 0.05. 0.005. It's nice. And put in 2. Yes, look at that. That's delish. Concept art. Okay. Bin has holes in it. Definitely not a Von bucket. No, it is not a Von bucket. That's what ice cream containers are for. But that bin only cost me, I think, probably $4, $4 Australian dollars to print, which is, what, $2.50 US? Leave my little props, and just for fun. Nice. Okay, so from here. So the plan is, with this, is if nothing comes of this web series, and I am planning on doing, now that I've been talking with my writer, it is going to be 6 5-minute episodes, but then I'm going to compress it all into one episode, one 30-minute video, and that's the video that's going to get sent off to short film festivals and such. If it does pay off, in terms of, you know, the views come through, I will continue on with the second web series. But if it doesn't fruition, I said it right, well done, Marco, yes. Then we might start looking at doing some robotics. I love doing robotics. And obviously everything will be designed in 3D, but how much brain power did it cost you though? Absolutely nothing. I will make a video on how I did it. I will show you how I made it. Select all, mesh. We went into our cylinder, GZ1. From here, scale 180. That's the size of the bin. Let me just quickly change the view to 2000. From here, scaled this out. Edge loop as for the base. Up here, let's go delete faces, few edge loops, and then selected all that. Poke, we went to face. We went to poke faces. Alt J. I again. Delete faces. Then add modifier, generate, solidify. Make sure we apply the scale. And then I did 1.2 millimeters or 1.6 millimeters. There we go. As my daughter would say, how do you like that? Doo-doo-doo. What is a great sci-fi movie you can recommend? I don't know. I don't know. I haven't sat down and watched anything for a while, and I think that's primarily because I'm waiting for Endor in 2 days, 3 days, and then go from there. I still got to go back and watch Skeleton Crew. But I mean, those guys have been doing it for so long. They're like a well-oiled machine. So that's kind of what I am hoping for. So what I'm doing here is just making kind of like the slide for the seat, because this is what we spoke about earlier. Let's go like that, and then we'll put an edge loop through here and here. Didn't need to, but that's fine. And then I'm going to go E to extrude, just bring that down a smidgen. Awesome. Now we can come in here, select this and this. I, E, I hate you. Let's just fix this up. That, G, and that, GX, move that over. And then from here, let's grab this and this, this, GY, and bring it back. So now we've kind of got these grooves that the chair can slide in. Lazarus is really cool on Max. Okay. Silent running. I will add this to the list. Where's my notepad? Notepad. You can do it. There we go. What do we got? What is that? Nope. Silent running. Lazarus. Cowboy. Bebop. AI ages. Cool. My homework for stuff. I like this. I think this will work out well. So that's great. Needs to have something in there though. You know what? Probably never going to see it slide in, but it's not going to hurt to have. What we might do now is I'm going to grab all this. Oh, I forgot to, I was going to post on Instagram that I'm live. Oh well. And then I'll do this and this from here. Shift D, P, separate by selection. And I want to grab that. Let's go into add modifier, generate solidify modifier. Turn that to 0, just so it's sitting a little bit above. And then we're going to do some chopperoonies. As if these are the panels that are on the ground. And then what we'll do is obviously we'll come back in, throw some decals down as well. I reckon that's a good piece that way. Control B. Yep, perfect. Delete face. Now the other question is what are we going to be putting on the other insides in here? I was thinking of adding some extra chairs, but there needs to be, maybe I can just throw some storage in there. Okay, I need, boom, boom. Okay, let's go knife tool. I'm just going to chop here. AC, enter. Select this loop, Control B, delete faces. And then we can come in and we know what we're going to do. If I can get there. Hang on. Where's this thing gone? Did I delete it? No. Where'd it go? There it goes. What have I done? Oh, thank goodness. Okay. There we go. Move it up a bit, you clown. Then from here, with this selected, I can always click on in edit mode. Ah. Oh man, Marco, come on. Wakey, wakey, snaky. That's not going to work. Go like this. Control B. GG. Perfect. And then we'll do the same here. Grab that and we go GG. Just to add those slots in like that. This should be our interior material. Perfect. So if we come in and we have a look, we can see that we've got some nice panels. Use need to be an int material as well. We might actually change that, create a secondary one that'll be lighter. But that looks great. Let's go ahead and grab our decals. Try that again. Let's go on the inside of my ship because I clearly have stuffed something up. Shift D, P, separate by selection. There we go. Let's go. I'm just going to move that off to the side. Right click, set origin to geometry. Control A, apply rotation. And then we can come in here, period key to zoom in. G. Let's go tab GZ.001, just so it's sitting above. Which direction is it? It's facing that way. Rotate 190. And now we can do this. Ugh. And so all we're going to be doing is putting a few decals around, and it's decals that are kind of as if it's screwing down. What's the chance these are facing backwards? Nope, they're facing the right way. We don't have a lot of light in here. Just for now, let's go Shift S. We're on our origin, light, area light. Just so we can kind of see how we're working in cycles. 5,000. That's a bit too bright. 2,000. 200. Perfect. Look at that. Rotate Z 180. Awesome. Great. Love it. You do it from scratch, not from blueprints. What do you mean? Well, I've now got two massive kitbashing sets. These decals here I created specific, or actually no, this is an old decal set. These decals here were created specifically for this one, this ship. And so I kind of know what exists at the moment and where it's currently sitting. But I'm going to have to add them all into the asset browser a little bit later. So, yeah. Oops, let's go there. Look at that. Ugh. Just adds in like a little bit of pizzazzle there, I think is amazing. This one here, I do want to get working a bit better. Let's go G. I think this one here needs to be a solid color. GY. But then, yeah, we've kind of got these ones. Let's have a look. What can we take in here? That one. Oh, yes. I know where that's going to go. It is going to go right here. G, hold control. rotate Z 90. That one's going to sit right there. There is no mirror modifier on that one. Mirror. That's going to go there. Let's go add modifier mirror on the cockpit. Everything, all my mirror modifiers are off the same object. That's pretty cool. Using cycles? Yes, I am. Got a jet. Thank you, Mr. Dennis. Have a great Easter. Even though mine's almost done. It's almost 11 o'clock at night. What else could we grab? Maybe that one there looks good. G, Shift Z. Bring that one in there. Where am I? I don't know where I am. Oh, there I am. Let's do it in walk navigation. You're over here. Let's go G. Let's bring you nice and close. G, period key. Let's go like this. Oh, you see this one here? That's a decal. Didn't even model that slot in. Let's go add modifier generate mirror on, once again, the cockpit. Shift D, we're going to put that one there. Oh, it's raining. That's good. Nice. Nice. He usually generates some. And then bases, yeah. I have done that a few times. This was me just kind of like just doing something. I just needed to make something. And so I just created a bunch of these 2D images. Blender from Molly forever. Everywhere I says I should texture and substance. Is there a good idea, or should I look in some? I'm down for substance painter. Okay. The question is what are you doing with it? What's the point? What are you going to do with the model afterwards? If it's going into a game engine, maybe do it in Substance Painter, because then it'll auto bake everything down and so on and so forth, and that might make your life easier. But if you're doing it in Blender and you've got a good material in Blender, just stick in Blender. Pretty much. So that looks great. Sent you a link on Discord to an add-on found. Oh, I hate you so much. Why are you making me spend money? All right, I will check that out. Who's a buy? Don't know who that person is. No. Is it geometry nodes? No, shader nodes. Ah, okay. All right. I will check that out. I wish I was better 3D modeler. There are people that are way better than me, and I hate them. We just have different visions. I know Spooky can model much better than me. Technoweave, I hate that guy so much. I hope to never meet him. I do wish to meet him one day. All my arch enemies. Are your decals actual objects or are they textures? So, these are textures. They were objects. Let's see if I can open up. See if I can open up one. I don't think it's this one. Nope. Decal V2. Nope. Deals? Nope. I don't know where it is. I don't know. Did I just... They are textures though. So if we actually open up UV editing, so you can see that's what my texture looks like. And then what I've done is I've chopped it all up. I have a very old video on it. Let me find it for you. Most of my videos, they get a lot of views. Let me see if I can find it. I think if I type in decal, a lot of them is going to be decal machine, but I know what the thumbnail looks like. Creating decals is a different one. Decal machine overview. Create alpha, this one here. 5,000 views. Oh, sweet. 2.8. I'm going to have to remake this tutorial. Oh, look. Okay, that's trim sheets. That's a different thing. Look, this video is probably going to be super slow, but there's that. The angle looks like a U-wing, V-wing. Okay. Reject, welcome. I think that's the shrink wrap method. No, I haven't done shrink wrap method. I've done it all just pretty much as flat planes. Do you do the spaceship in sections? Yes. So this, oops. If I go into, oh my goodness, where is it? Better not be. If I do, hang on, let me find it for you. If we go into details, oh my goodness, I don't have it on here. You tool bag. Hang on, I'll find you the link to my thing. There it is, this. So this is the main kitbashing set that I use, because it's my kitbashing set, and I'm now constantly going to be adding to it as I model. And so, like, yeah, I've got all my objects in here already textured, blah, blah, blah. And so what I do first is assemble. So you can see there's that cockpit, and then I can modify it as we go. There's the chair, so on and so forth. Body, you know, we add the body in, blah, 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 and then just building it like that. And the best thing is, obviously, I've already pre-textured everything. Makes life so much easier. What is that? Control L, Shift N. Why is that black? Merge by distance. Delete face. That's weird. Anyway. Okay. But that is, yeah, that's transformed it so well. Let's continue on. I think here, let's go in solid mode. We do have this kind of like central bit. I reckon, I'm not going to, no, you know what? I'm not going to worry about putting a door there. Screw that. Assemble Avengers! What's happening? I should do a spaceship bit in the video. It's the same way they model Star Citizen. Yeah, pretty much. You know what? I don't think they use much substance painter anymore. The way, and we've covered this in videos before when StarFab was working, they have a base texture, and then they decal that puppy. You have a Discord or is a Patreon a thing? So I've got Patreon down the bottom. But then we've got Discord. There's a link somewhere. If I go, hang on, I got to click on. Oh no, I don't want to disable that. Hang on. I think it's at the bottom. If I go here, Discord, and we do this, Control V, and I press Enter, will that? Yeah, it will. Okay, there we go. I think that link to Discord should work. What was I doing? Back to this. Yes. So let's go int exterior. hide. And then we can just focus on all that. All this stuff here belongs, move to interior. I hate you. Crud. Whoa. Just keep everything in. Yep. Move to interior. And then this is going to be our cockpit. So we're just going to focus on that. So one thing I want to create is almost like a piece that sits up in the middle of the cockpit. So let's maybe just start blocking this out and see what transpires. Marco, why are you using big words? I don't know. Makes me smarter. Like that. Now, I'm not sure if this is going to clip through the roof. So we'll check that out in a sec. G to the Y. Push that all the way back. And then what we can do, let's do V to rip. Control L, delete vertices. From here, we're going to go into the modifiers, add modifier, generate mirror modifier, and then make sure we turn on clipping. Then we'll go like that. How do you like that? Do. Bring back the exterior. What are you? Why are you hiding? Ah, that's why you're hiding. So that's the exterior. So we know that this isn't going to work. So let's go ahead and put an edge loop through here. How far down can we go? About there. That's not bad. Let's put an edge loop through here. Grab these two, GZ. I am okay with that. That is nice and hidden. Lovely jubblies. So we've got a bit to work with now. Now, do we do a GZ? And then we do that. Let's do a Control B to bevel. And then we'll do that. Just to add something a little bit different. Put some bevels in there. I'm feeling a bit parched. That's because I'm broke at the moment. Otherwise, definitely this one. Oh, good. Yeah. But all my assets are on Patreon as well. Like, a lot of them. Is that hail? I don't know. Okay, so that's great. I think here, GZ, right click, make sharp. Nice. Right click, make sharp. Definitely, that looks good. We'll do some roof panels now. So let's go ahead and grab all this. Grab too much. Shift D, P, separate by selected. That one. I want that one. And then we're going to go now, Control B, or not. What the heck? Merge by distance. Ow. Let's do that. Delete faces. That's now clean that up and that up. Control B, delete faces. Let's make sure we throw in that solidify modifier because we're making panels. Change that to 0. And that's just going to push itself out a little bit. And then with that, Control B, delete faces. Hail! Whoa! You get some kind of Kentucky springtime weather. No, we're coming out of summer. Hang on, it's April. We're well out of summer. It's autumn. It's starting to get cold. How's that looking? That's looking great. I have a decal for vents, internal materials that we can use. Let's go right click, cubic projection. It's a weird. That's weird. What's that? Someone just joined. Golfsco. Welcome. Oh, Mr. Emerger. Whoa. Hey, buddy. Cad Dad, welcome to the stream. I've neglected all those people. I've completely forgotten about Twitch people. Sorry, not sorry. Jump over into that. Create a dashboard. How do we do this? I suck at this. Manage stream. Shut up. Just open it up. There we go. Golfski, welcome to the stream, mate. Okay. Yay for managing 2 chats now. Let's move that over there. Okay. So I like this. I don't like this. Argo, I did see it. I'm half wanting to jump Star Citizen after the stream. This is weird. Shift N? No. Right click, clear sharps. Okay, let's bring the sharps back. Mark sharp. There we go. That's much better. Let's just get rid of faces we don't need. Is the idea that I have. Delete faces. And that did not clean that up. Oh. Mark sharp. What the hickabotham? We'll fight that another day. Let's go ahead. Shift S, world origin. And then from here we'll go Cubaruni. Scale. Actually, no. Bring back the interior. Grab that. Shift D. P separate by selection. Let's get rid of the arrays. Put that in there. And then this becomes our lights in here. Something like that. What is going on here? Let's maybe that there needs to move over a smidgen. The heck? Can you scale Y? There we go. That's defeated that. Awesome. Let's just bring in everything. Alt H. And I like to now the fact that we're starting to get into more fine tuning areas. That's looking good. I'm just going to delete that. The glass is too glassy for me. So if we go into shading, I'm just going to lower that transparency, or increase the transparency to 0.9. 0.95. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And internally, Control Alt Numpad 0, F12. Let's just have a look. It's not bad. Everything's a bit bland though. Obviously we're bringing up the panels and... Hang on. Where'd those things go? Did I delete them? Are you in rubbish? No. No, they are there. Oh, fuck. I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to call this one lighter. And we'll grab that. Bring it up. Black can bring that up. That'll give us, yeah, a bit of differentiation. Perfect. I like it. I think the floor looks great. The roof can definitely use a little bit more improvement. Actually, yeah, let's do that. Let's go into solid mode. And then from here, I'm just going to just dump in some of these pieces. Let's go... rotate Z 90 to the minus. Perfect. That's looking great. That'll obviously change to... We'll change all this stuff later. What else we got? Turrets? No. Structural things? I don't want any structure. Oh, no. Let's go pods. Simple greebles. Build these out a little bit. Rotate Z 90. Right click, shade smooth. These two are joined together like that. Awesome. I do want some pipes in here. I think that's going to be important. So let's go over into the pipes. Bring that down. G. I've got facial snapping. I'm not going to try and do anything too heavy in here. But enough. Something like that. And we won't make this symmetrical. Let's make it a bit different. That's really frustrating. That's fine. You should be off-putting. One of my favorite pieces. Oh, jeez. Thought I'd clean that up. Rotate Z 90. GY. We'll do a GX. Put that in there like so. Because the other cool thing, like whenever you're doing with kitbashing sets and such, they don't have to be separate objects. You can just layer them on top of each other. So for instance, we've got this. I could probably bring this piece here. That can slide into there. And obviously the reason why I'm putting it that there, if I go H, is when we're filming, we're going to have something a little bit more interesting on the background, on the roof, without drawing away too much tension. Greeble plating, yes, 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 yes. Let's go U. And I reckon that'll be fine for now. We're going to grab that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. This will all become int material. Copy to selected, and then if we go into view, it's just up there. Perfect. Might make int lighter on that one, and we'll do int lighter on that one. But obviously we can, no, we're not. With this, let's go select that face, Shift S cursor to selected. How was everyone's Easter coming along? Nope, over here. I'm going to bring that down, scale, so it sits there. We're going to go 50. And then that's going to give us some light. Alt D to duplicate the light. Alt D to the X. Alt D into there. So now when we're looking at this, that's giving us some extra light. It's going to bounce around. If we bump it up to 100, 5,000, just make sure it's working. Beautiful. 250. I think that looks great. Chill so far. I believe you. Okay. I'm liking this. I am liking this. This light material doesn't work. I think that's part of the problem. It's too white. Cubic. That's a bit better. That's good. 4-day weekend all the way. All is well. To be sunny here. It was beautiful down at the coast. Beautiful 29 degrees. Lovely. It's great. Got woken up by a motorbike brigade. It's like Belgrade. Flying past the house though. Yep. It's pretty cool. Also, bro, I was sleeping. Oh, I hate the bro. My kids love it. Bro. I'm like, bro, I'm your dad. Come at me, bro. Okay, so this back stuff. Yeah, now I'm trying to work out what do we do in here? Do we just no? Because we said we wanted seats. So maybe we grab that, okay? And then the seat, I want just these pieces as the seat. Control L. Oops, and you. Control L. Let's grab these bits as well. Control L. P separate by selected. GX5. Just because then if I need to bring that seat back, I just go 5. Oh, any chance on a Tuesday stream? Yes. I will do a Tuesday night stream. I gotta stream more. Means I don't have to make videos. And I got no idea what to make videos about. Just waiting to see my first hummingbird of the year. Interesting. Super interesting. And yeah, maybe not this Tuesday. Tuesday after, because it's still school holidays. And once that's done, things can go back to being normal. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead. I'm going to clear all this out. Control L, delete vertices. Come on, Marco. You got this. Thank you. Get rid of all that. Whoops. Go into here. Control. No. Oh, you're kidding me. Undo. Oh, there's no underneath seat. You donkey. Let's go like that. Control L, delete vertices. Actually, you know what? Let's just keep that. That and that. Control J to join. This can then sit here. I reckon technically it should be kind of like folded up. But you never know when someone might come on board. I reckon we get rid of these pieces here. Control L, delete vertices. I think that's quite nice. Technically what we should do is maybe fold it up. And around the corner from like +3 pubs. You're a week off from my lot. Yes. Where are you, Mr. Night Cow? I forget. I feel like I should know, but I don't. Let's get rid of the headpiece here. And then that means we can push this back. I feel that this is a lot of empty seats here. Do we do something like this? And then what that means, Shift S, cursor word origin. Oh. Evelyn Cry. What? Oh, sounds awesome. Okay. Does it though? I've become bitter in my old age. Like, shut up with the loud stuff. I've never been one for going out and partying hard. Has not been my jam. Not that I say I haven't. It's just not my jam. And rosehip jam is the best jam. Just saying. In case anyone asked. Or for those Americans, jelly. This is the best jelly. Rosehip. Far enough that it's not deafening. Still stinking annoying. Okay, I like that. Let's. Why am I editing in this window? Let's get rid of the interior, the exterior. We can probably pull this back a little bit further. Does it poke through? It does not poke through. Is it sitting all the way at the back? It is sitting all the way to the back. I'm going to go Control B to do a bevel. And then that'll give us that. Let's move this forward like that. So it's at 45 degrees. From here, this is almost like a bit of a folding door. So I'm going to do something like that. Here and here. This is our door. So maybe we do a Control B, middle mouse, Control numpad minus. Just laughing. My daughter was on here before. Give me the business. I'm going to put edge loop. Put another edge loop. Whoops. And another edge loop. Control B to do a bevel. And then we'll grab that. V to rip. Let's go here. Shift S cursor selected. I'm going to go into a cylinder. Whoops. Into a cylinder. Because at the end of the day, this can be our, what do you call them? Hinge. Whoa. My legs are hurting. It's a bit of an epic hinge, but that's fine. A few edge loops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Control B. Middle mouse up. Control numpad minus. U, and U. Control B. Ah, you suck. Alt S. And then we'll grab that. And we'll grab that. Control B. That gives us that. And as you can see, I am not being very cautious with the cup. Oh my god, it has a lot of A's. Allah Sadie, welcome to the stream. Chris Smith, welcome to the stream as well. Oh, you're already talking before. Anyway, hey. I like this. This looks good. The door opens that way. Yep, I'm cool with that. Ah, this is interesting. What an interesting dynamic that I just came up with. So I know in one of the episodes, the ship gets boarded. What does that mean? Well, let me tell you something. If I do this, Shift S, cursor selected, right click, set origin to 3D cursor. P, Control L, P, separate by selection, right click, set origin to 3D cursor. So in the ship gets boarded, opens up the door. This is where we've got kind of like a whole bunch of supplies. You know, maybe we can put in some of the laser rifles or something. This now becomes a bit of a blast door. Look at you. I hate you. That sucks. Okay, well, let's change that. GY. You move over. That doesn't work anymore. You go there. Yeah, perfect. That. Someone just joined. I can't read that, but welcome to the stream. Okay. I'm liking this. Let's just do Alt R, rotate that back in place. Separate by selection. This piece here needs to have a solidify modifier. Control A. This one here. Generate solidify modifier. 0.05. Hey, someone else just joined. Who doth that, Biff? Naro? Welcome to the stream. Anyone else? Anyone else want to jump in and say hi? More than happy to. Try and get me up to that 100,000. How are we feeling about this? Like having the possibilities there of this now being kind of like a breach door in a way, protection. It's actually not bad. I really like that idea. Hang on, what's happened here? Did I stuff something up? No. Yes, I did. And I know what I did. You stupid. Oh no. Hang on, what's that? What is this? Oh, there we go. Even thickness. There we go. Right. Okay, I see what I've done. 0.01 needs to come back. Yeah. Perfect. Alt R, Control S. Let's now go mirror off the cockpit like we do with every piece. And see, that's why kind of like having that standard piece to be the mirror always makes life easier. That's great. That is great. You don't have material, so I'll select the U2 and then we'll select the interior wall, copy material to selected. I am going to have to add in extra materials, I think. Obviously no handle at the moment. But what if I scale on the Z? Yes, I can see that that's a bit stuffed. Let's grab that, merge at center. Merge at center. Now that's giving us a box. GG. Maybe we do, oh, no. Maybe we do this. Is the solidify modifier still there? Nope, that's good. So I'm going to go E to extrude. And then we'll do another E to extrude. I'm going to put edge loop through there. bring that down, delete faces, FF. And then that'll give us that kind of door handle there. Bam. Oh, I've just realized. What have we just realized? Elderberry jam. Nah. Rose hip all the way. I think they're doing karaoke. That's good. I'm liking that. That piece is sitting in the wrong spot. Oh no, is it? Okay, let's bring everything back now. You are sitting in the wrong piece. Maybe what we can do, scale that up, move it across. That sits into there. This now we'll need to extrude up, which is fine. No. U, E to extrude straight up. Right click, mark sharp. This now can move out a bit. Perfect. Okay. All right. I reckon what we could probably put in is some decals on there as well. So let's go ahead. I want to grab, I like this one here. Shift D. Let's bring that there. Period key. G, hold control. It's not what I wanted, but sure. That'll add almost like a little bit of color to it. Let's go generate. Actually, no. That can now join that. Control J. And now that is part of, yep. Perfect. I'm pretty happy with this. Oh, my legs. How are we feeling about this? Ah, that's why it was weird. Let's put an edge loop through there. Wait, nope. Crud. Maybe I'm just going to grab that. Yeah, beautiful. Shift D, P, servo by selection. Add generate solidifier, make that 0. Control B, delete faces. Why is that? Why is that like that? How bizarre. Didn't really want to do that. But we will. Okay. I'm okay with that. Are those seats weird? Are those seats weird? This green is annoying me. Green. What's the red? Ah, that's that. So let's change that to not that. Not the engine glow. Gonna have to put some pictures on there, I think. Oh, that's all text. Oh. Ah. Oops. You. They brought it back. Oh, it's all in the one menu again. Oh, thank goodness. That was the worst for a little bit. Let's go rotate. Something like that. And something like that. Let's go back into layout. How are we feeling about... What the heck is that? Why is there two materials? I don't know what I've done. Just decide. Select. Assign. Assign. There we go. Perfect. Let's leave it at that. Seats look fine. Did you use any reference images for the seats? No. These are some old seats that I've created many, many moons ago. Being chill, going to head off. Yeah. It's Easter. But, all right, you know what? I'm happy with this. I'm actually going to do an animation with this and see what it looks like. The only thing that I need to work on is landing gears. And we know how much I love landing gears. But in saying that, there's actually a lot of space where I can put landing gears in this one, which is good. So we've got this whole area. And we've got this whole back area here to put landing gears in. So there is plenty of space in this one. But I mean, that's fab. I'm going to leave it there for tonight. And Tuesday night, I'm not sure. Maybe I'll come back Tuesday night. Probably Monday night, I'm going to release a video around using this Kitbashing set. And then I can't remember what else. But we'll go from there. Yeah, let's call it a night. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for the support. Please tell your friends to subscribe. Help me get up to that 100,000 mark. I feel like I'm never going to hit it, but I know I will. One day, per chance. But yeah, we'll call it a night.